Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about the project that we did, uh, Batteries for Events, applying the PMI methodology. My team are María Teresa Cinco, Lizeth Villegas, Vanessa Morales, and me, Jose Herrera. We did this project under the supervision by the teacher Marta Alicia Bringas Montoya in the subject Project Management. So, what is the PMI methodology for project management? Basically, PMI gives us a structured way to manage the projects in general. So everything is organized and controlled. It is important because it brings standardization, meaning everyone follows the same steps. It improves efficiency because the work becomes faster and clearer, and also it helps us to make informed decisions since we always have documentation and data and more like that to guide the project.
In the initiating group, the purpose is to define the project, identify two stakeholders, and officially start to work. First, we create the project charter, which is like the contract that authorizes the project. There we script the product, a mobile bar service for events, offering cocktails, decoration, and professional bartenders. We also identify the stakeholders. Internally, we include the bartender, the event coordinator, and the bar back and the catering manager. Externally, we add suppliers, event planners, and staffing agency. We created therefore fields, contacts, and importance level. This group helped us understand what the project is, who is involved, and why it's important before planning anything.
In the planning group, we designed the complete plan for the project. This is basically the roadmap of everything that we must do. First created the project scope, which divides into three parts: before an event, during the event, and after an event. In time management, we made three tools: the activity sequence chart, the critical path, and last but not least, the Gantt diagram, where we programmed all the tasks from September to December. In cost management, we made the global cost budget, the incomes projected, and the total global expenses. For quality management, we define how we check the taste, hygiene, and of course the presentation of the drinks. For human resources management, we created the organizational chart, profile description, and of course the responsibility matrix. Here in communication management, we planned how the team will communicate, what information we needed to share, who needed it, how often, and through which channels. Risk management, we identify the possible situation or problems that could affect the project. For each risk, we wrote the probability, impact, and the actions that we would to take to prevent or reduce it. In procurement management, we planned all the things that we needed to buy for the project, like equipment and materials. We selected different suppliers and compared prices. In stakeholder management, we identify all the people involved in the project, internal and external, and then planned how we will communicate with them. All this planning group in general help us to prepare the project in a organized way.
In the executing group, we showed the evidence of the work in action. This group is about doing the task and producing the deliverables. For integration project, we create the change authorization sheet the change log, and the project status report. For project quality management, we apply quality assurance, checking the ingredients, the presentation of the drinks, and the service standards. For communication management, we made international meeting reports and external announcement for the cocktail menu launch. For resources management, we complete the self evaluation and team assessment to understand how to each personal performed. For risk management, we made an accident report example and the risk log. For procurement management, we include the two invoices of materials and equipment. And for stakeholders management, we create internal menus and external invitation to keep everyone informed. Executing is the moment where the project becomes real and the plan becomes action.
In this group, we checked if the project was following the plan. We created the monthly global monitoring report where we evaluated each knowledge area. Scope was good, time was fair because equipment arrived late. Um, Cost was bad because we spent 12% more. Quality was good thanks to positive feedback. Um, Resources were fine because training took more time. Communication was good. Risk was fair. Procurement and stakeholders were good. After that, we wrote lessons learned. For example, we learned to ask suppliers for written quotes, to start training earlier, and to send clear instructions to temporary staff before events. This group helped use fix problems fast and improve our process. In the closing group, we completed the final steps of the project. We made a closing checklist, verifying all tasks were completed, documentation, payments, quality checks, and final review. We also created a formal closing letter, which confirms that the project goals were met and the service was delivered correctly. Finally, we wrote the project conclusion, summarizing the result and confirm that the project followed the PMI methodology successfully. Closing helps us finish the project in a clean and professional way.
To conclude, this project helps us understand how to apply the PMI methodology in a real situation to know what we'll do in a real situation. We learned how to define a project, plan it, execute it, control it, and finally close it. Or drink for bar events, pass it through 5 groups, and we prepare every documents, table, and report required by PMI. This experience help us to practice planning, teamwork, communication, and organization skills that are essential for managing any project in the future. Thank you.